Hey everyone, Kane here, and in this video we're gonna touch on the Covenant. So, after the Ice Carnival, I kind of upgraded my frontline Covenant stuff with the hopes of trying out Rakan race once again in about 15 or so days whenever my castle level would hit level 50. I would hit tier 18 archers, I would hit tier 18 turtle, excuse me, and then kind of am wishing or hoping that my front line would actually be pretty decently tanky. So some people have asked me, how am I upgrading my Covenant and getting some of the useful stats? So what I am doing usually is I grab a couple of these, right, and I upgrade to level 5. I log them so I just don't goof it up, right, and then I make them to level 5. I upgrade them, then I craft another 2 to level 5, then I break through them, make both to level 10, then I make 4 additional ones level 5, merge them together, like make level 10, merge them into those 2 locked ones, and then you have something like this, which, as you can see, the secondary stats were complete as always. However, I still had this one, and I'm gonna make this to level 20, I do believe, next week-ish, maybe the week after that, whenever I do happen to get both of these to level 20. Yeah, but probably I will be trying to aim for something else in the future whenever I get like a additional 500 600 boxes and I'm able to just reset these properly. Because the thing is, majority of the time you really want to aim for 2 decent stats. So decent stats for the front line, as touched quite a few times, is let's say the enemy crit rate reduction and then the healing received. Now, again, there are a couple of ways which you can do that. Even increasing HP percent would also be pretty useful. Now, do keep in mind that I'm not a huge spender, so my stats are not going to be top tier best stats that you can have or whatever. The stats that I have and will show in terms of these and talk about is what I managed to get. That was like the better or bestest one that I could get at this particular moment. So, for example, this one I got to reduce the chance of taking a critical hit, and then the third stat I got troop supply. Now, the troop supply is pretty friggin' ass. I don't really require it. However, luck blessed me and got me a total garbage stats. I mean, it happens, I suppose. But then the other two, they weren't really that bad. So I got this. I think I had reduced damage taken, but that damage taken added like one value in the physical resistance and magic resistance, which was complete ass. So I instead chose the healing when receiving the healing, rather, which is a pretty decent percent, and then it gave me reduced magic damage taken, which essentially for something like Rakan Blades would actually be pretty friggin' required, because the resistance values for something like Stalkers, for something like Blade Masters, is pretty damn low. So I kind of was happy with the, I suppose, the magic damage taken reduction. But the thing is, probably healing received is the better stat to acquire, or the second one, or reduce the chance of taking a critical hit in terms of the tanks, perhaps even HP percent. But personally, how I would view it is either reduced chance of taking critical hit slash healing efficacy when receiving healing, and then literally the others as like the second option or the third option. So these two probably are the best stats that you can get for tanks, and then this one is like the second best or stuff like that. So in here, two best tankiness stats that I could get, and this is awfully garbage. And then on this one, I got one which is like top tier or good. Then I got the second one at level 20, and this one was like the secondary-ish for health. So I suppose these two are okay, not the best, but they're okay. The same for like this, not really that good, but eventually I'm gonna try redo it later on. Honestly, I kind of noticed the difference in tankiness from raising my the skeleton's equipment and the accuracy, and increasing the crit rate reduction by I think 18% total. I think I had like close to 40% the last couple of days, and when I hit 56, and do you believe this had a pretty rough cap, like literally a rough cap. So yeah, that it kind of surprised me how rough it was. Yeah, so probably you would try to or want to add some healing received for majority of your army instead of just completely going ham on crit rate reduction, because damn. And yeah, my army started to survive rather quite well. So I do believe I'm able to show some Clash of Fate fights that I had. I think I had a couple because I was pretty late to the event. As you can see here, I am nowhere to be found, and I just joined by the very end to join in two fights, and I managed to get rank 2 in the entire event. So this was the second fight. So where is the first one? So I do believe the guy had everything, but I think a couple of his heroes died. So does he have Gan? Yeah, so he has Gan. I think from the top of my head, I think he has most of his heroes here. I think a couple of the basic ones died because he has like level 18 Grims in here. Yeah. So yeah. And I managed to beat him rather quite hard, I suppose. He wasn't able to bypass my skeletons. Now, do keep in mind that again, I don't have an Aura Blast Dragon, and if I had a Ruby Dragon or an Onyx Dragon, this would have been a lot quicker in terms of my clearing of this person. Not because he is weak or anything, it's mainly because of the instantaneous burst that the dragon would provide the mages. So, yeah, as you can see, like this was some pretty explosive damage. Now people think this damage is fake or whatever. We're gonna check it in this particular video. And that everything comes down to the lich skeleton surviving and letting the mage do damage. So I have 3 trees in front of my Valerie. I have the dragon. I do believe I'm gonna. I think I cast Valerie, then I casted Avril somewhere here? Question mark. And then I think I was very late on my Rufio jump, or I jumped and the Leo Sprite procced right after. So yeah, I got the Leer Sprite proc, then I started spinning a couple of times, and as you can see, my Valerie is literally firing at the generals and all of the other trees. Now, I think this tree is in invincibility. These ones, yeah, basically it was just Valerie soloing all of these trees. And always keeping them as low as they can be. So probably he didn't have a few good buffs on the field in terms of the trees, or the Valerie just friggin' blew them to smithereens. Now, I did also finish tier 15 mage research, so since I was casting mages left and right, could be that the magic resistance reduction was also pretty severe in such a case. So as you can see, skeletons literally surviving for as long as they're able, and like they cannot really do anything since they revive and they're gonna tank more and more and more. So in terms of the second fight, I actually lost quite a lot of heroes, and I wasn't really able to fight or even put anything in there. So from heroes, I have let's see, 3, 7, 11, 15, 16. I lost, I think, 6 heroes, and most of them were on stall side, either buffing tankiness or some speed. Like, as you can see, literally empty spots right here, and one of the I suppose tankier heroes that I have, so this side is gonna fall rather quite quick. Though do keep in mind I had Rufio in here, and for some reason they just instantly focused the Rufio, so I jumped like at 15 seconds into the match. It was too late, so yeah, I'm not sure. I either glitched or they just full focused the Rufio, and I didn't really have any good casts, and pretty much it was like that. It could have went a different way even if he was strong, but the fact that they focused Rufio from so early on, it kind of messed me over in terms of this entire formation. Uh, Not sure if I managed to kill a lot of stuff. I think I got like a couple of heroes, maybe. I got a couple of archers. I killed most of his archers, yeah, and 3 heroes. Do keep in mind that this guy was like plus 13 million core, and he has like literally half of his heroes level 70, especially gladiators. Now, in terms of archers, like friggin' almost the same health as like my tanks. Trees. Now, these trees are actually pretty beefy. From what I had myself, my trees were barely even scratching like 50 million. I think without Covenant or with a low level Covenant. But the tankiness in terms of healing received, resistances are pretty awful. Crit rate reduction is pretty awful as well. So, yeah, probably I messed up a little bit, and even Covenant wasn't able to actually fix the issue right there. Anyways, I kind of can feel the Covenant actually providing some pretty decent bonuses in terms of the survivability of the frontline. Like, really, it could be this stat in particular in terms of the reduced chance of taking a critical hit, because, like, the archers, or rather, one moment, the warlocks or archers in majority of the other cases, like they literally have about 300 to like 400% crit damage, and the human archers, even, they have like 90% crit rate. Rakan archers have like 70 plus like 30% whenever they're firing off the rail, or even if they do that, I suppose, chance-based attack, that particular troop gets that crit increase. So it's all the time almost either 70 or like 90% or whatever. So yeah, quite a lot of archers do have a lot of crit rates, so crit reduction is probably one of the better stats to reduce incredible amounts of damage on your army. Probably that's why I'm kind of viewing the tankiness on the Lich Skeletons improving even by like 10% above like that, rather 18% from 38 to 56, yeah, 18, actually provided me incredible difference than before. Anyways, I suppose that's pretty much it for the video. Pretty glad in terms of what I got to improve on my front line, but I'm kind of not really happy that I spent Linari because I was saving it for the dragon ability, so I'm kind of torn apart a little bit. But yeah, we'll see if the dragon ability appears next week. Hopefully, it appears the week after. But I kind of have my doubts. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, do hit that subscribe button. It would help me out a lot. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care and stay safe out there.